Right now on News 12 New Jersey, there's relief tonight after state police recover over a dozen stolen drones. Some feared those could have been used in a biological attack. New Jersey drivers racking up a hefty bill for speed violations in New York City. And later, a city in Passaic County trying to protect contract workers who fall through the cracks of wage laws. Monday evening on News 12. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kurt Sieglin. And first tonight, new state police have recovered 15 agricultural drones. They were stolen from a Harrison company. The FBI was reportedly looking into the theft because the drones could carry 40 gallons of liquid, and that led to concerns about a potential biological attack. The stolen drones were found at a trucking and warehouse company in Morris County. New details now following a deadly crash in Newark today. Police say a pickup truck hit a parked SUV outside the Ivy Hill Laundromat on Irvington Avenue this afternoon. The crash caused both cars to crash through the front of the business. A woman sitting at a table near the front of the building was killed. Well, we don't have speeding cameras here in New Jersey, but one report shows New Jersey drivers are racking up violations caught on camera across the river. News 12 New Jersey's Tom Krasnowski taking a look tonight.
People have paid tens of thousands of dollars in speeding ticket fines and just continue to speed almost every single day.
The New York City-based nonprofit Transportation Alternatives is after super speeders, those with 16 or more speeding camera violations in a year.
And we found that the state with the most super speeder registrations outside of New York City is New Jersey.
The cameras are set up in school zones. Drivers get a ticket for going 10 or more miles per hour over the limit. The report indicates about 1,300 repeat offenders from New Jersey are solely responsible for some 32,000 violations in New York City.
As you drive by, takes a picture, you don't know you get a ticket until weeks later. So people are racking up, for, like you just said, maybe 10, 20 tickets without ever knowing they got the first ticket.
So they have the speed enforcement cameras across the river and in some cities in Connecticut, meaning New Jersey is the only part of the tri-state without having them. Should we? Well, we talked with some visitors here who say they haven't seen a big difference in their home states.
I rented a car in Chicago, got a ticket for a day that I returned it, wasn't driving it, and they tried to ticket it to me.
I don't think it's any safer. No, it's just a cash cow.
Mike lives in Florida. They have speeding cameras in school zones there, and his family has the proof.
They got my second oldest daughter $700 worth of tickets.
There is a bill in the legislature to allow speed enforcement cameras in New Jersey school zones.
There needs to be more active policing rather than sort of like a lot of the cameras being set up.
When you have irregular speed enforcement, you see a lot more speeding because people don't know if they're actually going to get a ticket for it. They don't know what's going to happen.
In Ridgefield, Tom Krasnowski, News 12, New Jersey.
And there's a new scam making the rounds. You may have seen it already. It looks like a text message from the state. It's got a picture of a document saying final notice, court enforcement action. It asks you to scan a QR code to pay a balance or else your license will be suspended. Police posting to social media to say it is not real. The mayor of Piscataway trying to raise awareness.
And now with technology, it's getting more potent about how the scams can come about. I mean, now with AI, they're looking more and more legit. So that's why we're just telling people, asking people, just be vigilant, take a breath back, sit down, use some common sense. Don't press send right away or don't press yes right away. Just really think that out.
Now, there's another text messaging scam, too. It claims to be from the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission regarding unpaid tolls. Police say don't scan the QR code, don't click any links, and never give out any personal information. A Patterson man getting 6 years in prison for trafficking guns and drug charges. Tony Crow pleaded guilty, including to intent to distribute fentanyl. Documents show Crow sold weapons and drugs to an undercover police officer. Northern Valley Regional High School in Old Tappan was locked down for a while today. Police were called about 11:30 this morning after a student reported another student may have a weapon. That student, turns out, had an air pistol and is now facing charges.
Skies are mainly clear and the winds are on the lighter side, so our temperatures are going to get on the coolish side of seasonable when we're waking up on Tuesday morning. We're going to be looking at a pretty nice day. Clouds will be collecting by the end of the afternoon, and our temperatures are still going to be a little on the disappointing side. Morning lows are going to be in the low to middle 40s, but rising fairly quickly with mainly sunny skies. We have a lot of sunshine for the first part of the day. It's the second part of the day that'll feature a little bit more in the way of cloud coverage and limited sunshine. sunshine. Daytime temperatures are going to be in the mid-60s. We should be at about 67, 68 for a normal afternoon high temperature. So we're near seasonable. We've got a south-southeasterly wind at around 5 to 10 miles an hour that will help warm things up, but it'll also keep temperatures on the cool side of seasonable, especially at the coastline. Now, we're keeping an eye on the cooler temperatures. That's one variable this week. We're also going to be looking at an opportunity for another round of beneficial rains moving in for the middle of the week. We'll talk about that with the 10-day coming up in just a little bit, Kurt.
All right, to Passaic tonight, where leaders say some workers are not fully protected under current wage laws. News 12's Jennifer Porter-Real tells us the city is now moving to close that gap and crack down on wage theft.
It is work like mowing lawns, the kind of day-to-day jobs many people use to make a living. But officials in Passaic say not every worker is fully protected under current wage laws, especially those who work job to job.
Many laws that are already implemented, but there seems to be a gap for individuals that perhaps would be afraid to go to civil court and put a civil suit against someone to recover funds or to get paid for work that they did.
To break that gap, the city introduced a new ordinance to protect independent contractors.
They're not corporations. They may not have the resources or the money to fight for themselves.
The mayor says the idea came after a news report out of Maryland where a homeowner called immigration authorities on workers to avoid paying them for a roofing job.
If you made an agreement to pay someone for a service and they provided that service, you don't get to make a phone call and decide, I don't want to pay you because I found this out about you.
The ordinance aims to protect every worker regardless of their status, including those working without formal licenses or certifications.
You deserve to get paid for the hours that you have worked, and no one should threaten you with the fear that somehow they're going to go after you in an area that you're vulnerable to avoid having to pay you.
Enforcement would be handled by municipal officials who would investigate complaints.
And that's what we're looking to do, to make sure that we go after individuals that are trying to take advantage of people.
The mayor says businesses that break the law could face penalties, including losing permits. In Passaic, Jennifer Porto-Real, News 12, New Jersey.
New Jersey Senator Cory Booker reintroducing legislation today to restrict purchases of farmland by corporate investors. If passed, it would ensure that farmland remains in the hands of working farmers. It would also address several other issues like protecting rural communities, bring transparency in land ownership, strengthen federal land policies, and also ensure fair allocation of farm programs. The senator saying that we're working to stop this corporate land grab and ensure the future of our food system belongs to the people who actually work the land. 2 days before the end of her 100th day in office, Governor Mikey Sherrill signed an executive order to accelerate housing production and also to increase access to housing opportunities. The order calls for recommendations for a housing plan to be delivered by the Sherrill administration in September. The governor included a timeline on how she plans to get it all done.
And we're going to take an inventory of existing housing that's affordable and make sure that people know how to apply. To get all this done, we need all of government working together. So this order gives departments and agencies across my administration 60 days to report back with new ideas to speed up housing production.
Some of the key issues of the order said to address defining housing goals for the administration, tracking and accelerating housing production, coordinating funding and financing the process for housing development, and creating an inventory and increase access to affordable housing opportunities. New information tonight on the health of Congressman Tom Kean Jr. He's not been seen in public in over a month. He released a statement on social media that, quote, "My doctors continue to assure me my recovery will be complete and I'll be back on the job I love very soon." He continues that he takes his responsibilities seriously and has a strong record of showing up and delivering, which makes this absence all the more difficult. Kean also thanked his friends and colleagues on both sides of the aisle for their patience and understanding. And also a health update tonight on New York Giants Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor. His lawyer released a statement saying that stomach-related issues that hospitalized him do not appear to be life-threatening, but he's going to remain in the hospital for treatment. Taylor, though, said to be showing signs of improvement. Welcome to the U.S. to King Charles. He and Queen Camilla spent the day at the White House. The King's going to address a joint meeting of Congress tomorrow and then head to New York City to honor 9/11 victims and meet first responders. The visit will wrap up later this week in Virginia. A late-night fire tears through an apartment building in Monmouth County and cashing in on Garden State goods. Tonight, how a new bill could add more revenue for businesses when they sell New Jersey products.
News 12 New Jersey is here with you.
Rain or shine, we're with you. Flooding could impact your commute. We're with you before, during, and after the storm. It'll be a perfect day for a picnic at the park.
Several apartments were destroyed in a late-night fire in Monmouth County. Long Branch residents living in the Arbor Terrace apartment complex tell us they heard some type of explosions and then saw flames engulf several apartments.
We heard a loud explosion, so I went out to my terrace, saw that there was gushing fire coming out from apartment 11B last night, and it was very, very bad last night. Took my mother, we rushed out of the apartment.
Red Cross officials assisting 30 residents who were affected. And a recall to pass along tonight. Betty's Bake Sale Bonbon collection sold here in New Jersey being recalled for potentially containing undeclared walnuts. They were sold between April the 14th and April the 20th on the website FrenchBroadChocolates.com. Well, selling New Jersey merch to soccer fans during the World Cup this summer may pay off even more. Congressman Josh Gottheimer introduced a bill to give a 25% tax credit to businesses selling New Jersey branded merchandise at transport hubs, places like the airport, train stations, or rest stops. He says New York branding has been a priority in too many places.
We want to help our businesses in Jersey, make sure that our stores do well and our manufacturers do well, that we promote our more than 130-mile shoreline, our lakes, our shops, our restaurants, our apparel companies, and get in front of customers where it matters most.
Gottheimer says the bill would also require transport hubs to give priority retail space to businesses that are selling New Jersey merchandise. The merger of Kean University and New Jersey City University just got another approval. The Middle States Commission on Higher Education advanced the consolidation. The merger taking effect July the 1st when Kean takes control of NJCU. The U.S. Department of Education review is set to be completed in August, and that's when the Jersey City campus will be renamed Kean Jersey City. Board of Commissioners in Passaic County is sending $30,000 to help clean up Greenwood Lake. The money will be used to remove invasive species, conduct pollution research, and protect the water. Greenwood Lake is a big summer destination for boating, fishing, swimming, water skiing, and kayaking. Well, they threw a baby shower in Kearney, only there was no mom-to-be. But rather it was a baby shower for any mom who's going to need some help. Pictures from the Salvation Army Kearney Corps headquarters. The Women's Club of Arlington has spent the last many weeks collecting baby items. They donated clothes, diapers, wipes, anything a new parent would need. The Salvation Army will give it out as needed to young moms in the area. It was a Jersey Proud get-together, a baby shower with the entire community in mind. Well, MetLife's going to be a very busy stadium this year. Colombian singer Karol G is making a tour stop here in New Jersey. Pre-sale tickets for her global tour are on sale now. The concert will be 2 nights, September the 17th and 18th at MetLife. And general ticket sales for Chris Brown and Usher's R&B tour are now available. 2 shows at MetLife for them, August 7th and August the 8th. There was a test flight at JFK Airport today of an electric air taxi. For now, takeoff and landings are only going to be going from Queens to Manhattan, when it's part of a bigger plan by the Port Authority to reach net zero carbon emissions. The demonstration showed how aircrafts would operate in the busy airspace. The FAA selected the Port Authority for the first of its kind program. And NASA is trying to keep a near 50-year-old space probe operational. Voyager 1 is flying well past Pluto right now. NASA is going to power down one instrument on the probe, hoping to conserve some power and keep Voyager 1 active a little bit longer. It's been sending data back to Earth since it launched way back in 1977. Oh, wow. Scientists thought it would only last for 5 years. So they got a pretty good bang for their buck on that one.
They did, right?
That's
the furthest a man,
right.
not a man-built spacecraft has gone. And that's pretty
way
cool.
out past Pluto. Yeah.
Way past.
Yeah.
All right, let's see where this forecast is taking us, because it's not out of this world, especially for Wednesday. We are going to be looking for some iffy weather conditions Wednesday late evening going into Wednesday night and early Thursday morning, with some more beneficial and much needed rain showers. Right now, we are looking at a clear sky. Winds are on the lighter side. Temperatures are now going to begin to cool off. Forecasted temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s. It could be a little bit cooler because with light winds and a clear sky, that usually allows the temperatures to fall off fairly quickly. So at the moment, we've got temperatures in the 40s and lower 50s. Notice Toms River here, the Pine Barrens, the interior Pine Barrens, away from water. It's radiating really nicely, so we could be looking at temperatures easily in the mid-30s in some spots. The Dome of Delight is in full just working mode right now. It is going to eventually slide east of the area, but we have benefited with a lot of sunshine earlier on Monday. It's not going to be as sunny, and we've got a real nasty weather situation developing out towards the west. This is the same piece of energy we're going to keep an eye on as we get into Wednesday. Will it be severe? Probably not. Will there be thunder and lightning? That's a possibility as we get into that Wednesday night time frame. So tomorrow afternoon, we're seeing clouds beginning to collect. There's moments of sunshine too. So it's a sunny start, it's a cloudier finish. Daytime high temperatures tomorrow, not as warm, but we're still looking at temperatures that are going to be in the 60s. Cooler than average, but still pleasant. I'm going to be saying this all week long. The temperatures are cooler than average. Average is 67 or 68 degrees. We're not there this week, but we are still pleasant with the temperatures. We're not talking about anything that's going to bring in any kind of freeze or anything like that. This isn't going to be a brutal cold. We're just looking at temperatures that are going to be in and around the low and mid 60s. By Tuesday night, we see a little bit of clearing, only to cloud things back over on Wednesday morning. And those clouds are going to continue to thicken and lower, and we're going to be tracking these rain showers. Now, the rain showers, that's going to be moving in sometime after about 5, and there are going to be pockets of thunderstorms. Daytime high temperatures on Wednesday are only going to be in the low to middle 50s for Wednesday afternoon. That's because that wetter air mass is beginning to move in. And we could be looking at a decent soaking, another ½ inch to maybe an inch to an inch and a quarter in some areas, especially if we get that thunderstorm that'll more than likely move in. And that could linger into the wee hours of Thursday morning. I think by the time everyone is getting ready for work and school on Thursday, the wet weather is gone. The grounds are going to be soaked. There are going to be some puddles that we'll have to navigate around, but the weather is going to be improving for Thursday afternoon. Friday's looking pretty good. Wouldn't you know it? Saturday, again, there is another opportunity where we could be looking at some rain showers before the sun comes back out for the second half of the weekend. More details on the New Jersey forecast in moments.
Time for 3 things to know. Number 1, the biggest winner of the NFL draft might have been a dog. This scene in Georgia, a player just drafted, he and his family going nuts. Watch their dog. He may be happy for his owner, but this dog's got something else on his mind. It's to get a better seat on the couch. He sneaks through the legs. NFL
That's
draft.
some playmaking right there.
Exactly, right?
That is some playmaking right there. That's the steal of the draft.
That's exactly
That's
right.
your sleeper pick.
Number 2, we didn't know this was part of hockey. During the Edmonton-Anaheim playoff series, someone threw a rotisserie chicken on the ice. Just launched it from the stands. Snuck it in.
There's an NHL team that throws octopus, isn't it?
That was Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a new thing?
It's a new thing.
PETA's got to be happy about that. It's a cooked.
I mean, it's Number 3. Doing it for the gram is getting out of control.
Oh, I'm gonna like this.
In Florida, a teenager rode a lawnmower through Target. Naturally, it was filmed.
Of course.
All for the likes and subscribes. Police did not like and subscribe.
Is that going through a Target?
Yes, right through, and then out the door. The kid was arrested.
Of course. You would think that these kind of shenanigans would happen in a Walmart. You know, not Target. Target's a little classic. Walmart, really?
Exactly. All right, the NFL draft's over. New Jersey players starting their next chapter. Rutgers had 1 player picked, and look what the Washington Commanders put on social media today, an Ethan Kaliakmanis sizzle reel. Washington took the RU quarterback in the 7th round. He will try to make the team as their 3rd stringer. One guy, though, who may play immediately is is Hanesport's Josiah Trotter. When he was drafted by Tampa, this video, Josiah sitting next to his dad, the Eagles great Jeremiah Trotter. And you know the Buccaneers love hearing something like this.
When I get there, just put my head down, go grind, get to work, and just try to be the best me I can possibly be that God made me to be.
He's ready to go. And another New Jerseyan to watch is the newest Buffalo Bill, Davison Igbinison, the Union native, showing off his new jersey. We remember when he was playing at Union High School a few years ago, star defensive player. And you know how the Madden video game has pretend interviews?
This is a dream. Like right now, this moment, I feel like I'm living a dream. Like I'm sitting up here getting interviewed by a bunch of media personnel. So I feel like I'm in a video game right now.
Well, he'll be in Madden next year for sure. It's not just tolls costing New Jersey drivers heading into New York. They're also racking up speeding tickets. Details of a new report.